So we picked up 3 much needed points against Fulham. But before we continue, I just want to say a big thank you to Banter118. He's provided yet more information regarding the update. It's not the greatest news in the world, but he has deduced the following. Career modes that freeze or are frozen prior to this update won't be fixed, unfortunately. The update will not fix your career mode. You basically will have to start all over again, which I really feel for you guys. That's not acceptable. Perhaps you could let EA know on Twitter that it's not acceptable. But he has successfully simmed a whole season on download latest rosters and managed to progress to the next season, which is a plus point because that means the fix seems to have worked. But as I say, I really feel for you guys if your career mode is freezing, frozen, crashed. Don't know what to say really. Just want to say again thank you to Banter118, and hopefully EA one day will actually wake up, smell the coffee and get it right. It's not acceptable, it's not on, and it takes away people's enjoyment of what is fundamentally a really, really cracking game. All I could say, guys, hopefully this episode will put a smile on your face, or at least give you some form of enjoyment before you start your career mode again, which I really am sorry for. So, West Ham are sitting 6th in the table. 3 wins, 4 draws. Draws keep slipping in, it's not good. And we've mixed the team up slightly today. Josie's going to be on the bench. We're going to bring in Hall. Also, our future Hall of Famer, our future legend, Eduardo, is in the centre of the park. Remember, he is only 16 years old. Unbelievable. He's got so much potential. I can't wait to see him progress. And we pick the ball up with Eduardo in the centre of the park. He cuts inside. He's so graceful on the ball. He feeds it into Sissoko. Sissoko knocks it out to Potsy. Potsy knocks it down the line to Filippo. Filippo knocks it into Hall. He's made some space. He turns. He pulls the trigger. And a great save by the Cardiff goalkeeper. And again, Hall is all over the place. He wants the ball consistently. He knocks out to Filippo. Filippo gets a fantastic cross in. Hall goes for the header. And the defender is lucky to get there and head the ball for a corner. If Hawley had connected with that, we could have been easily 1-0 up. So we're going to swing the ball in. We're going to go for the back post. And, great defensive header. The ball falls out to Filippo. He has a shot. It's deflected. Falls to Sissoko. He has a shot. And it's deflected for a corner. So unlucky. Always seems like the opponent defenders can always get a foot on the ball. Winston Reid with a header, but he lacked accuracy. And unfortunately the ball went over. And it's now in the 30th minute and Cardiff are actually finding a bit of a foothold in the game, getting some possession. We're backing off and we're allowing them too much space to play about. Sissoko dived in. Our defence is all over the place. It's been pulled out of shape. And it's ridiculous. Cardiff cut inside. Has a shot. Great save by Butland. Great save by Butland, and Reyes clears the ball. Knockhart has the ball down the right hand side. He swings in a fantastic cross, and unfortunately our striker completely and utterly cocks up the effort, and Cardiff clear. So we go in at half time. West Ham 0, Cardiff 0. We've just got to learn to defend a fraction better, and somehow we've got to work out when to shoot, because the opponent defenders always seem to get their foot there, and it's really, really annoying. But Cardiff come out in the second half like a steamroller, and they pull Jordan Spence out of position, leaves a gaping hole, and they capitalise on it. Unfortunately, Spence he got distracted by the ball, a little bit of ball watching. He's a young lad, it will happen. It left a huge gap, and unfortunately Cardiff exploited that, and it's 1-0 Cardiff. But we pick up the ball with Sissoko. He cuts inside, he feeds it into Hall, who's played really, really well. He knocks it into Gabs. Not much moving on. Not many boys have got forward. But Gabs is going to create his own opportunity. He has a shot that just goes wide. He hasn't put on his shooting boots today, which is really unfortunate. And Redmond breaks down the right-hand side. Yes, that's the Redmond who used to play for West Ham. Winston Reid with a bit of an early tackle. And a great save in the end by Butland. Winston Reid dived in there. A little bit of... no need for that, really. You know, stand on your feet and just guide the guy out, and that'll be so much easier. Great corner comes in. Ball is defensive headed. It's headed against Eduardo. It goes over. And the referee... Someone needs to explain this to me. what is the referee awarded a penalty for? Winston Reid headed the ball down. It hit Eduardo's foot. It bounced out for another corner. And Cardiff had just got a free penalty, which they make the score 2-0. How is this possible? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The FA really are pushing the wrong buttons for me. They're going to get double barrel one day from me. It's ridiculous. But Filippo has the ball in centre park. He cuts inside. He's 20 yards out. He unleashes. Come on, my son. He's pulled one back. 90th minute. Do we have enough time? Do we have enough time? Fantastic play by Filippo. He cuts inside. 20 yards out and unleashes an unstoppable shot into the bottom corner. And Cardiff are clearly playing for time. Redmond in the corner. Potsy ain't happy. And he goes through the back of him. And then, to be fair, Redmond pulls Potsy down, but guess who gets booked? Yes, Potsy for the first instant, but does Redmond get booked for pulling him down after? No, of course not. Ridiculous refereeing yet again. Great defensive header. Cardiff had the ball on the edge of our box. They're just playing for time. We can't get the ball off them. They have a shot. It goes wide. And the game finishes. West Ham 1, Cardiff 2. Again, I'm so disappointed. I'm really disappointed because we were the better team. We were just so unlucky. I'm a bit annoyed that Redmond wasn't shown a yellow card as well, or a red card, because that's technically retaliation. Yes, what Potsy done was wrong. That's fair play. But at the end of the day, you don't retaliate. It's ridiculous. And on a plus note, Tompkins signs a new contract, which is fantastic. And yes, the papers are all over Filippo. He is playing magnificently. He really has taken his game to another level. You know, I knew he was a hot prospect. I knew he had great potential, but he's playing really, really well. And the same with Jordan Spence. He's a young lad, you know. It's going to happen. He's going to get pulled out of position every now and then. We were punished for it, but, you know, I've got faith in the lad. I've got faith in the lad's ability. I feel we can have a great career at West Ham. And I'm not too bothered. It's one of those things. It's one of those things you have to put up with. And the lad sends me a text message, you know. He's glad that I played him. You know, that's what I like with my players. They have great respect and they appreciate my knowledge and my tactics and my experience, which is fantastic. You know, you've got to take your hat off to the lad for that. That's fantastic. And we have an extremely tough away game to West Bromwich Albion. West Brom have got so much pace in their side. It's going to be a really tough game. They've got Owen Wingy up front. They've got Long. You know, they've got pace all over the park. But, you know, Eduardo's going to drop to the bench. I'm going to bring in some experience in Diami. Josie's going to come back in for Hull. And I think that's a solid looking side. You know, Sterling and Filippo are playing fantastic in the cam positions. They're both really working their socks off and playing extremely well. So I'm going to keep them there. I don't see the need to change them. The balance of the team's really good. But we start off really sloppily. We're giving them too much space. Look, where's Potsy? Potsy has just left a gaping hole. And West Brom have gone down the right hand side. And thankfully, West Brom can't header for Toffee. And we get away with it. We get away with it. It's just not acceptable. Potsy's got to wake up. We can't be asleep early doors in the game. We pick it up with Sissoko. He knocks it into Diami. Diami just strolls forward in a majestic fashion. He feeds it inside to Gabs. Gabs moves forward. Not too much on, but he feeds it out to Filippo. Filippo knocks it into Josie. Josie pulls the trigger. Come on, my son. 6 minutes gone. West Ham 1. West Brom 0. Fantastic goal from Josie. What a goal. What a goal, son. Absolutely brilliant. The build-up play was fantastic. Great ball inside from Filippo. Great feet from the big man. And he just smashes it into the top corner. What a way to start the game. 1 second we're sloppy. The next second we break down the other end and score a goal. But again, we're being sloppy. We're standing off them. And they scored the equaliser. 1-1, but the whistle was gone. Thankfully, there was an offside. Again, Potsy not looking after his man. Not sticking close to his man. And that's not acceptable. He's going to have to work on that a bit more. Fantastic header. An unbelievable save on the line, but the ball's fed into Josie. Josie breaks down the left-hand side. The defender's catching up on him. He hasn't got much pace, unfortunately. He knocks it back into Filippo. Filippo cuts the ball across to Diami. He's playing really well on his return. Fantastic little play. He feeds it into Spence. Spence knocks it into Sterling. Sterling cuts inside. He goes for the 1-2. Gabs turns inside. He's got nothing on now. He feeds it back to Sissoko. Sissoko moves forward, gives it out to Spence on the right-hand side. Not too much on. Spence has to come back inside. He feeds it into Diami. A little bit of a sloppy ball. Not really acceptable. Diami then feeds it into Gabs. Gabs turns. Is he going to create something for himself? He moves forward. He pulls the trigger. And the ball is just wide of the post. And we go in at half-time winning 1-0. And deservedly. We started sloppy. But what a counter-attack to get a goal. That was fantastic football. And we pick up the second half with Sissoko coming forward in a majestic fashion. He feeds the ball out to Filippo. Filippo cuts inside. He then cuts back outside. He's got the pace on the defender. He's beaten them all ends up. Gets a fantastic cross in. A great defensive header. Unlucky to clear the ball. The pressure is mounting. We need that second goal. And as you can see, Josie is our main man. 6 league goals. He's playing so well. Settling into West Ham life. Just as Sterling has a ball in the centre of the park. He knocks it out to Sissoko. Sissoko feeds it into Potts. He's got himself into a forward position. He knocks it out to Filippo. Filippo looks to go for the byline, but he cuts back inside. He feeds it into Potsy. Potsy takes a couple of touches. Into the area. Oh my God, 2-0 West Ham. Potsy, 58 minutes. What a goal, son. What a goal. Unbelievable. He got himself into a forward position. A great pass inside from Filippo. Unbelievable. Look at that. Couple of touches. And he has the audacity to go for a shot. And he sticks in the bottom corner. Well played, Potsy. 2-0 West Ham. Come on, the Irons. Let's have it. Now we can sit back and relax. And we're allowing them onto us. We're still allowing them too much time. Too much respect. They have an opportunity. A world-class save again from Butland. And with the follow-up. But we break. We have the ball with Diami. Diami feeds it out to Spence. Spence moves forward. He cuts inside. Not too much on. West Brom have just got a wall of players. Diami knocks a ball out to Potsy. Just scored an unbelievable goal. Sissoko has the ball on the far left hand side of the pitch. Nothing on. He has to come inside to Filippo. Filippo cuts inside. He looks the shape. But West Brom put in a fantastic tackle. And they're on the counter. They're countering us. The tank is tracking back. He needs to get a foot in. He needs to stop them. The ball comes over. And thankfully it's headed away. Diami picks the ball up. It's not cleared. It falls to the tank. He doesn't clear the ball. Butland pulls out a save. And no! No! They follow up. And they've pulled a goal back in the 81st minute. Surely it's just a consolation. Poor defending at a crucial time in the game. We don't clear the ball. The tank does not clear the ball. Great save by Butland. He couldn't keep hold of it. And West Brom pull one back. But Potsy is moved so far forward. He's down to the byline. Gets a great crossing. And the defender heads it. West Brom are looking to counter. They knock the ball out to the far right hand side. The tank is out of position. The ball's crossed in front. Spence can't get there. Butland can't save it. And Allen makes it 2-2 in the 86th minute. We've dominated the game. And poor defending has cost us. 86 minutes gone. 2-2. And that's the way the game finishes. West Brom 2. West Ham 2. Really disappointing result. 2-0 up. After 58 minutes, and we managed to throw the game away in the last 10 minutes. Just not good enough. Really, really disappointed. A big shout to the away supporters. We took 3,000 fans with us. They done us proud. They sang all game. Great goal by Potsy. Look at that finish. That was majestic, but it just wasn't enough. And the papers are picking up on the fact that, yes, as a manager, I do know what I'm doing. Again, I would like to thank all the scouts who recommended Josie. He's turned into a fantastic player. You know, he really is a fantastic player. He's scoring his goals on a regular basis. And I'm just gutted about that game. That game's really, really, really hit me hard. You know, West Brom are 3 points behind us in the league. We're sitting 9th. They're sitting 10th. We had a great opportunity to move up the table. But it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. We've got to practice on our defending in the final 10-15 minutes. We just allow teams too much time, too much space. When I said relax, I didn't expect the players to actually relax and allow West Brom onto us, which is a little bit annoying to say the least. So we're going to make some tinkering changes, as I feel we need to freshen it up again, keep the boys on their toes, and hopefully dig some decent results out, because it's just not acceptable. You know, a club of our size, a club of our magnitude can't afford to be slipping up. We can't afford to be slipping up in such a fashion. It's just unbelievably annoying. And one last thing before we finish up, I've employed a new scout, Rowan Williams, a lad from Australia. He's going to be looking for some goalkeepers. His dedication is second to none. He's usually up at 4 o'clock in the morning watching the midweek videos when they released at sort of 4 p.m. in the UK. So he's up sort of 4 a.m. watching the videos. So it's only polite to give him a job as a scout. So he's going to be looking for goalkeepers for us. Hopefully he'll find us a little gem. And yeah, gutted about that game. The lads are going to be doing extra laps in training, and they're not going to have their ration of Jaffa cakes.